requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35097, reallocating expenditures in the general fund.
Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35091, reallocating expenditures in the county health fund.
Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Next item.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35136, certifying revenue in the general fund.
Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Next item.
We're now moving to the addenda. Item 6, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35152, reallocating expenditures in the jail commissary fund.
Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Next item.
Item number 7, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35154, reallocating expenditures in the general fund.
Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Next item.
Item number 8, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35123, reallocating expenditures in the county health fund.
Mr. Chair, I wasn't quick as you are, but so number 6, I wanted to ask a question about the jail commissary fund, and if somebody could speak to that.
Okay, at this time, we're going to go back, Madam Clerk. Let the record reflect to number 6, if there's no objection. And I would like to ask, is there anyone here who can speak from the administration who can speak to item number 6? Who's here to speak to item number 6?
Good afternoon, Benita Terry, Director of Administration from the Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon. Commissioner Anderson, your question.
Just if you could explain what we're doing with this commissary fund.
So what we're doing is we're reallocating $1,000 to the commissary fund that was funded by the payphones. So that's no longer happening. So we're moving $1,000 for barber services into this fund.
It's going where? I'm sorry.
And to miscellaneous contractual services that will provide funding for barber services for the inmates.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We return to the order of the day. Next item.
We are now on item number 8, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35123, reallocating expenditures in the county health fund.
Are there any questions? Any questions? Next item.
Item number 9, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2024-35113, reallocating expenditures in the general fund.
Are any questions? Are any questions? Next item.
Item number 10, requesting commission approval of the Charter County of Wayne's fiscal year 2022-2023 Community Development Block Grant Fund. That's
Like-
an admission plan.
Thank you. I would like the appropriate staff persons to come to address this item here. I have a few questions. One, staff did send over some questions. Well, I'll wait till you get to the table.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Rob Whittigan, Chief Deputy Financial Officer, Wayne County.
Greg McIntyre, Deputy Budget Director.
Yes, good afternoon. Can you give an overview exactly why this item is occurring and just what it's, the historical nature of it? But more so, how do we get to the point of getting chargebacks in this amount?
So the nutshell answer is the model, our chargeback model needs to be updated. So we're aware that there is an issue, but how it works is chargeback allocations are determined by the model. And this is through a process with budgeting and accounting, and it spreads the cost of M&B services to county departments, which I think we all know, through relevant metrics that are built into this model, but it's kind of an antiquated model. So the issue is it charges it out equally. Unfortunately, with federal grants, you have certain amounts that can be charged to the grant. Okay. And so that's determined through a separate model that that follows federal regulations to CFR, which says how much you can charge for the grant. So then you have an issue where you know, again, the model, the chargeback model determines this much should be charged to a department such as EDD where they have federal grants. But then you have another model that says, well, you can't charge that much there. And so either you have to spread that, lower the burden for EDD and then raise it for another department, or we do what we're doing now. And then we have to adjust it. This wasn't adjusted timely, obviously, so it resulted in the $900,000 deficit, which then we have to submit a DEP. The DEP says that we will use general fund surplus to
Cover.
adjust, to cover it.
Mhm.
However, that's not a long-term fix, that's a Band-Aid. The long-term fix is, as we get going here, is to work on updating the chargeback model with appropriate parties and ensure the chargeback model then accommodates for the grant for departments such as EDD, which has grant allocations with a cap. So we need to, long-term, we need to fix this, but short-term, that's why you see this deficit.
Quick question, is there a grant, because as you just explained, all grants aren't equal, period.
Correct.
And so is there a grant compliance person inside of management and budget that has responsibility of making sure that they're reconciling policy, the institution, whatever it is, federal, state, or whomever, that they're reconciling those policies as far as reimbursables and all the other compliance matters with our regulation, our policies, and our way of doing business.
Yeah, so we have, Shantika, who oversees grants for the county, and she's ensuring compliance and reporting. And then we have budget analysts like Wanda, who works with EDD to ensure that we are following and charging what we're supposed to charge the grant. So people like that are who will be intimately involved in trying to fix this. grant.
Reconcile, okay,
Yeah.
so it won't beat a dead horse, but just wanted to put an emphasis from the commission that this is, an issue.
Yes.
And that
correct.
hopefully you keep us up to date on what those changes are. Let us know what those changes are, so that we won't see these, chargebacks.
Correct, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just wanted to make sure that, that you understood that this is, an issue for the commission.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Any additional questions? Any additional questions? Okay, and let's see, is there any additional, is there any additional information you want to give relevant?
That basically what I was saying there answers a question that Mary had asked, so I'll email those answers to Mary.
Okay, thank you. So you'll still follow through on the responses. Okay, thank you. Okay, motion has been made by Commissioner Baydoun, supported by
Anderson.
Commissioner Anderson. Oh, okay, Commissioner Anderson. Please vote. Oh, no, we're not voting. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? These items stands approved. This motion stands approved. Yep. Next item, Madam Clerk.
We are now returning to the agenda. Item F, such are the matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I know of none. Yeah. Next item.
Item G, public comments.
Madam Clerk, I'd like to ask for you to open up the microphones and telephone lines. And I'd like to ask, is there anyone on Zoom or anyone online on the phone who would like to address this committee at this time? Is there anyone who would like to address this committee? Do you see any hands raised or any other indications that someone would like to address the committee?
There are no participants on Zoom wishing to speak, and we have received no emails.
Thank you. I'd like to ask, is there anyone present who would like to address the committee? Anyone present? Okay, public comment is closed. Madam Clerk, next item.
Item H, adjournment.
Motion has been moved and supported.